Welcome back, everybody, to the Radio Trigger podcast. As always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Tensashinra and my bro.
What's up?
Obviously, Anime Bro is not here today.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's playing some Minecraft.
There's always someone out there.
Yeah, especially the last 6 episodes. But anyways, we have another guest here today. We have Energy.
What's up, everyone? How's it going?
Alright. Obviously today we don't really have any topics yet again, but we're just gonna freestyle, like you always do.
Yeah.
To be honest, freestyling is it kind of makes the best conversations, I find. Topics are it's cool to follow topics, don't get me wrong, but having a chill conversation can sometimes be some of the most engaging content, so
Yeah.
it just feels smooth.
Definitely. Even last episode we had, it was kind of the same thing. We just freestyled because we didn't really have anything to talk about, and the conversation flowed so well. Honestly, we might just have to start doing it more because it's really
Yeah.
good,
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Freestyle is nice, but it's difficult. If the guest doesn't talk a lot, it is a bit difficult.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 type of thing. You just gotta I don't know,
Yeah.
I feel like you just have to read the vibe of the guest, but most of the times I feel like when it's just freestyle and you're just talking about whatever, you don't really have to work your way around the guest because they'll just jump in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after all, we do 2 or 3 games a week.
Oh my God.
We run out of topics. Yeah.
True, yeah. I mean, I guess to start off, you can introduce yourself, Energy, because that's how we did last time.
Alright, sweet. So my name is Energy. You probably know that already. I occasionally make videos. And a little bit of a plateau right now because I'm just working on one that I've been trying to focus on for a little bit. But occasionally make videos. A lot more active on places like Twitter and Discord and all that. But really appreciate it being on. It's cool to be on someone else's podcast for a change because I'm just so kind of used to recording so we actually, me, Alex Bleacena and Augie, we had a podcast prior to the one that we do now, and it was called Anime After Hours. That's what it was called. And we kind of mainly just talked about anime on there most of the time, and we kind of found that to be you know what, maybe, I mean, it's kind of what you guys said previously, sticking to topics and stuff can sometimes make it a little difficult because you're kind of trying to stay on a specific course, and that can be distracting a little bit for a lot of hosts, I think.
Yeah.
So being a little bit more free flow and just kind of going with the flow of the conversation, it makes for something a little bit more natural, and it's just fun that way too because you can just kind of talk about anything and just have a good old time, just chilling. So
Yeah.
it's that's kind of why we stopped that. But yeah, no, I'm a lot more active on that channel as well, Castaway. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's pretty fucking awesome.
No problem, man. No
I
problem.
mean, it sounds like Tensa. Both of you don't upload much on your own channels, but then
Yeah.
it's active on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit guilty of that, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. It's just life gets so busy, and it's honestly, podcasts are just so much easier to deal with than actually having to go and edit a video and record, research, and everything else. It's when you get on a
that
podcast.
script, man.
Exactly. Yeah, when you get on a podcast, you literally just get on, talk about whatever, and then end the episode. But so much more goes into making videos, and I don't want to seem like I'm lazy or anything, because it's
Alright.
yeah, it's just a thing of it's easier with the schedule. It's because if I did have more time and everything, I definitely put more work into videos, but just with the whole time and schedule thing, it doesn't really go as well as I want it to. But at least I get to do the podcast and come on here. And I feel like kind of the podcast even helps me develop talking and stuff, and different skills for when I actually have to go back and make videos and everything. So by the time I do go back, I feel like I'm gonna be a million times better. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just cool too, because like when you sit down and record something like this, it just feels like you're just like talking with friends, you know. It feels like, you know, you're a lot more relaxed and you can just say what you want to say and not have to worry about formulating like what you want to get across and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely not laziness with videos. It's just like you take a look at a video versus like a podcast, and then you like really want that video to be super, like, I want this to be great. I want it to be like a super well thought out project that, you know, I want to just sit back and really just look at that thing that I made and be proud of it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
with a podcast, you can kind of treat it like you're taking a little bit of a back seat, right? You're just chilling, kick your feet up, like, just gonna talk about anything for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because and especially like we can just like get into so many things. It's like you said, it's like kind of like just talking to friends, honestly. When you have like a podcast, it's just in video format, obviously, but like there are times when we literally even just sit here in Discord and we just talk to each other and we're like, you know, this would have made a good podcast episode. Like
right,
we just do that all the time. It's like it's a lot more like less, I don't know, stressful than actually like going in and making a video. So yeah, but that's definitely why like I look at you, Lion. I'm like, you're crazy for like uploading as much as you do. Like you must like, isn't that like tiring sometimes? Like,
Oh, bro, I mean, yeah, no, definitely. I'm at this point where I'm like, think of like, do I wanna go on like a, you know, one video a month now, or yeah, do I wanna keep by like doing like 2 or 3 videos a month?
yeah,
I don't know what I wanna do. I don't know, because like to me, it feels weird just doing like 1 video a month. It feels really like weird. I don't know.
yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It's like, it's like there was a time actually, like when a long time ago. It's actually pretty crazy. I would never do this again probably, but I was actually pretty consistent, and I think I made like 2 videos back to back, and it was pretty crazy for the time. And then I actually made like, I think, another video like the month after, and like after being that consistent and just stopping, it felt pretty weird to not make a video. But I don't know, I feel like it's just a matter of how often you do whatever you're doing, because if you're taking a break for a long time, it's going to be kind of hard to get back into making a video. But if you're making videos like pretty consistently, it's probably not going to feel like, I don't know, it's not going to feel normal to not put that much content out, or you're going to feel like it's like you're not doing enough. But it just depends on what you're doing.
Well, I mean, that's a good point, because like I could, I guess, like with Leo being, you know, editing my videos, because like I know, like, I really love the video when I'm like sitting there, I'm like smiling, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'm like, this is really good. And I watched the video he edited for the Goodbye Edit video coming out tomorrow, and I'm like, bro, this is so fucking good. Can't wait. And so I'm like, do I want my shit to editing on a video, or do I want his editing?
Yeah.
So I mean, after all, I am gonna start streaming. So I could just do like, stream every day, right? And then it's kind of like I'm still consistent, just not YouTube wise.
Yeah, definitely.
I could do that.
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like just general streaming. Like, it doesn't even really have to be a podcast. Just like streaming, like it's a lot more like just relaxed than just videos. I feel like, like for me, I was planning on like when I do start getting back into like content creation, maybe. I don't know if I'd say heavily, but whenever I do get back into it, I'm probably just gonna like upload or work on a video, then I'm gonna upload it, and then I'm probably just gonna sit back and relax and like stream, because I feel like that's just way more, I don't know, like less taxing, because you're not really doing anything when you stream. Like you might be playing a game or reacting to something, but you're just pretty much chilling with chat when you do that. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And I feel like streaming is quite like easy to grow, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. Cause
I mean, my goal is to fucking overtake Otaku. gotta get that.
Yeah, Otaku's definitely gonna be there. But another thing I will say is just like, one thing as far as like videos go, I think I like it does feel weird when you don't upload for a while, but I think that's the one thing that I do like about like Energy's videos, for example. Like when like, cause he does take like a while to upload. Like when I did watch him or whatever, but it's like when he does come out with one, like you take enough time and it comes out like really well. So I feel like the longer you take, the better it is, just because you have like a good actual like video that comes out. And that's kind of the same situation that I'm in currently. Like, since I'm taking so much time off, you know, and I'm not really posting anything, I feel like not being like super consistent, posting week to week, allows me to like put more quality into my videos than just quantity, and they come out really well.
The way I kind of treat it is like, you are kind of right. Like, whenever I sit down and I'm like making a video, and I kind of acknowledge the fact that it's probably going to be a little while between uploads or whatever, and it's been near enough like a year now since my last one, but the mindset I kind of have, and I kind of like gave advice to like a couple of my friends or whatever about video creation, is you kind of start YouTube and you make videos because you genuinely enjoy it and it's fun and it's cool to just sit down and talk what you want to talk about, make a video, publish it, whatever, and it's cool to see engagement, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think if you do it too much, and this is obviously like a personal thing, if I feel like I'm doing too much, if I'm cramming it in non-stop, I'm the type of person where I will get like super like burnt out. Like, I'll start to get like really tired of it really quickly, and in that I'll start to produce less like better looking and well developed content. And that's why I respect people that upload constantly. Broken Ronin, I've known Ronin for like a while, and used to speak a lot like a good year ago.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect for him, because he's one of the smartest people I know, and his upload schedule, his work ethic was insane. Every day I would have to remind him, like, bro, maybe you should just take a little break, you know what I mean? But he kept going, and that's why I have like a bunch of respect for people who can just upload and still make really good videos. But for me, I feel like when it comes to uploading and stuff like that, I'm kind of scared that I'll get like tired or annoyed with it, and then I'll fall out of love and not really enjoy making a video, and then I'll just stop entirely, which I do not want to do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the advice I tend to give like a couple of people that kind of come to me for it. It's like, if you really feel like you're gonna get burnt out from it like super quickly, just slow down, take your time, and maybe try and make, say, like a longer video that you can enjoy making, right? I feel like that's one of the main points of advice that I'd probably give somebody.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's kind of thing. I don't really enjoy any of them. Mate.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, man.
Well, I suppose, like, I don't want to sound, well, I wasn't really trying to sound like narcissistic when I say like I enjoy my own videos, like kind of thing. It's just like, not really so much enjoy what you make, because you can obviously do that, but I feel like because it's your own content, you're gonna see things and you're gonna be like, that should have been better, or that should have been done differently, things like that. But mainly just the creation process of it. Like I really enjoy like editing a video. I love sitting down and just letting my like creativity kind of like burst and be like, yo, this would be really cool if I did this, and would be really cool if I put this here and did this transition and things like that. It's also like the enjoyment of the creation process rather than the final product. I think everybody will look at their own final product and be like, I could have did that better.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. Yeah, I honestly, I think that's honestly a valid piece of advice, honestly, just because, like, I don't know, I feel like that's definitely how I felt with what was it, like I think it's my most recent video 7 months ago, but it was the I think it's the anime recommendation video. That was that took like a long time, and like just it was really tedious with like everything that I had to put in there, especially like it was like, I think it was like 16 people that I had on that video, and then like editing like all their parts, especially things about like series that I didn't know, and it was just like, man, this like, because my mindset when I thought of the idea for that video is just that it'd be a really cool idea, and I still do think it is. I might like make a part 2 to it or something one day, but it's just the actual process of it was like really burning me out. I feel like I just had to like take breaks in between, which is why that took so long. It's nothing compared to how long I'm taking now, but it did take a while for the time. So I think that's why it took so like long to come out, just because I kept getting burnt out. Like after like I would basically just do it in bursts, and then after like I finished one person's part, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I need to calm down with this. And then it got even worse when I would like upload it, and then there was obviously like the copyright check or whatever, and then it would check, and then there would be something in there, and I would have to go back and re-edit it. So it was really like tiring, but that's definitely a part of why I took like a little while after I actually posted that video, like a little break. Even though like now I'm working on a video, it was still like really draining to the point where I didn't even have an idea for my next video after making that one. So yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I don't really felt burnt out, but then the moment that we started doing like these like I love these guests, I love them, like the 6 episodes we have now.
Yeah.
And editing them and doing my videos, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. I can kind of relate, because it's me that I'm the one that edits the Castaway episodes, and like the really kind of like scary not really scary, but like kind of like the most annoying part about it is maybe someone says something they don't mean to say, or maybe someone says something that they don't want included in, and you kind of have to sift through the entire thing to try and find it. But I kind of came up with a little like idea to combat that, and basically load up a Google Doc, and then if you feel like someone, or well, if someone says, yo, censor that, or if someone's like, yo, take that out, just write down a little timestamp of where you're at, and then keep that saved, so that when you go to edit, you'll be able to look for it super quickly and just get it done out the way like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's I remember these guys.
It's a really good little like hack, I suppose, when it comes to making your life easier.
Yeah. Oh man, because I remember these guys, because we didn't do an intro. We just did an intro for an episode, and an hour into the episode, we were like, yeah, let's do an intro now. An hour into it.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that, man.
But I didn't even edit it. I was like, oh fuck this, I'm not gonna go through this. I'm like, nah. Bro, I'm not gonna go through this just to do an intro anyways. Cause like, bro, you guys did it twice, and I'm like,
yeah,
nah, fam.
Yeah, that was rough, man. Honestly, like, I don't know. As far as like, I don't know. We definitely need to take that like timestamp piece of advice, because, like, while like you use it for like when you edit, but I use it for like when I'm streaming, for example. So like, because
what do you mean?
Like for example, like when we had the Advent episode, he said, yeah, you should probably put like timestamps in there, like, and that's just a piece of advice I feel like we should put into like all of our streams, or just all of our episodes, because like just having timestamps, they can go to which part they want to hear, instead of like watching a whole 1 hour or sorting through just to see if they find something interesting. But like after he told us that, I was like, okay, yeah, so, and then like it was actually pretty tedious to have to watch the entire episode and then like put the timestamps. So like while we kind of share that duty, I think we should start like implementing it more, because like I've done it for like 2 episodes, like the timestamp thing.
Really?
Yeah, I did it for the Advent episode and one other. I forget which one it was, but it's really tedious to just go through. But if I just like,
it's annoying.
Yeah, exactly. If I just go look at OBS and see how long we've been streaming, I can just like okay, at this time I gotta go back, and this is where these chapters will be within the actual video or episode.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, the thing I hate most is like, I think it could have been like I think it was power analysis episode. Like, bro, we were switching topics so much. I'm like, bro, do we have to do chapter for every topic we switch? Because like we're talking about one topic for 2 minutes and then we switch. Yeah. And I'm like, bro.
I will say that is the downside to going completely like free flow, is like things switch a lot, you know what I mean? But you kind of have to like, I suppose with chapters, kind of maybe just generalize what you're talking about into like a like a little like funny quote or whatever, like generalize kind of what you're talking about in that time span, and then just say like, chapter, I don't know, editing, talking or whatever, and then just like go to the next group of kind of pieces of conversation, and then just generalize what you're talking about again, or maybe just single out the most important topic and make that the title of the chapter, and then just you know what I mean, like keep everything, because I mean it's a podcast, people will understand that things are going to jump around and things are going to be a little bit like mixed up and meshed together. Not every podcast is some like chapter by chapter, topic by topic situation, because I think everyone understands, you know, it's like a normal conversation. Normal conversations aren't really as organized as that, you know what I mean? It's like, you know,
it seems like more like an interview if it's that way, like, than anything else. Like, just
exactly.
If we switch from like, we're talking like 3 minutes on like a real life drama, and then instantly we're like, so what do you think about this, you know, this hentai? Just instantly switch.
Oh my gosh. It was pretty crazy. I actually do remember the second episode that I had to set the chapters for. I think I did that, but it was more like a subconscious thing, because I was like, bro, we're switching topics too much. I need to just like lump some things together, because I think it was like for the 1 anniversary episode where we were like basically, because my mindset with that is that like a lot of people came in early on, and since it was a stream, and I thought like, they might want to hear their recordings, because obviously we had them send in recordings to say nice things about it. So
I see.
I was like, I should probably put a timestamp for them when they come and watch it back, so that they know where their recordings are, so they can listen to it and hear our reaction. But like I didn't want to just do that like just for the recording, so I did the whole episode, and we were talking about like so much things about ourselves. It went from like, what's your taste in women, to like to like, what's your height and stuff. So I named that whole like part just like about us, and I didn't like
about us.
And I didn't really like.
Oh, bro, I would have done like specific, because I did with the powder and the specific. I was like fucking specific. Like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. This. And I was sitting there, I did like 30 timestamps. I'm like, jeez. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just, because we talked about so many things with like height, like everything else. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to put this whole section about us, and then like just the, like the messages for Radio Trigger and our reactions and stuff, and that's it, because I don't want to like I did, that's one thing I do notice, like when you do the time skips, you have a lot, like so much.
I do like very specific. I do like very specific ones.
I did the same for like the first one that I did the timestamps for. It's like a lot of timestamps.
I mean, I was gonna say something now. God damn
it. I do kind of agree though. I think like, because the most ridiculous thing I've had to do is, I think like 2 episodes ago, we were talking about who would survive, or how we would survive a zombie apocalypse, and then right after we ended up talking about like favorite snacks or some shit, and I'm like, how do I? Or it was like mixed in together, because we were like, someone tried to change the conversation like midway through while someone was giving their answer, and I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And then I just ended up going with like the zombie thing first, because like I feel like it's probably easiest to just title the chapter whichever comes up first, because I don't think people will like, as soon as the topic switches, I don't think someone's gonna like go to the YouTube like fast forward bar, be like, oh, this is not called snack segment, like it's, you know what I mean, it's I don't think people really are bothered that much. I feel like as soon as they get caught up in a specific topic, they're just going to be like entranced in the episode, and they're going to keep listening and listening and listening. You know?
Right. I mean, Jeez.
Yeah, that's definitely what I do. I feel like I just, whenever I watch a podcast, I just get like into the actual episode, and then from topic to topic, it just, I don't know, I just stay like zoned in, so it doesn't really like affect me that much to not know, like, or to know that the like chapters are one specific thing. Like, I'm not gonna freak out if it says one thing and it's another thing. So
I mean, I guess so, I guess so.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I do wanna ask. Is there anything like you're watching currently, Energy? Like any shows or anime?
Ooh. Okay, so a bit of something I have to admit. Anime has not been. We were talking about burnout like fucking 5 minutes ago. It's like I'm a little bit burnt out from anime, and it's funny because like for 2 days in a row, for 2 days in a row, I've sat here at my desk and I was like, I really want to rewatch Monster because I love Monster. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I really want to rewatch Monster, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, back to what I was doing. And it's like, I've watched last year, dude. Last year I was going through anime after anime after anime, and then it's like, you feel like you've seen so much in like a small condensed amount of time. You're like, let me try something different. And then I went to I actually just recently started Game of Thrones. It's funny you mentioned that earlier. I recently just started Game of Thrones. Like, bro, it's insane. It's so insane. It's like one of the most insane shows I've ever watched. And I feel like it's kind of hard to talk about like the most insane shit that happens without like having the entire episode from now on be just completely censor bleeped, because there is a lot of crazy ass shit that goes on in Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? It's insane. But yeah, no, probably just Game of Thrones. And I've been kind of really grinding on movies as well. I'm gonna go see Creed 3 later today because that movie looks fucking awesome. It looks so good. And stuff like that, yeah. And John Wick 4 comes out this month as well. Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
what a franchise. Yeah, such a good movie.
Yeah.
Or such a good franchise, I should say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think show, probably just Game of Thrones, I think.
Okay.
I've saw a couple of manga that look really cool, that are coming to Weekly Shonen Jump. I don't really remember the names of them though. But, I think the last manga I read in that magazine was like Aliens Area. Is that what it's called? Aliens Area? I don't know if you guys keep up with like Weekly Shonen Jump.
I think I've heard of that, but honestly, I'm not completely sure. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if it got cancelled by now, right? Because they just drop shit like non-stop.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
Yeah. I will say I know Lion can vouch for me. Like if Anime Bro was here and he heard you mention Game of Thrones, he would go off. Like, he would like, cause he's like a really big Game of Thrones fan. So, like anytime that is just brought up, he's just like, oh, you watch Game of Thrones. And
oh right.
Yeah. Yeah, but
oh my god.
Yeah, I want to get into it, but I don't know. It seems long, and I don't know. Like if it's because another thing that I heard with Game of Thrones is that it ended. And I'm not gonna like judge the whole thing like just based off the fact that people are saying, oh yeah, it ended bad. Like I'm the type of person that just goes into something and forms his own opinion on it. But I don't know. I feel like just everything with how long it is. I don't know. I feel like it's a really convoluted series just from like everything that people say, and I don't know if like because right now I'm kind of on a burnout too. I feel like I'm just with like on a general media burnout. I have been like playing some games, but as far as like I don't know, anime goes, it's actually pretty funny because it wasn't like a flat out burnout. Like it didn't happen like just regularly. Like I'm just watching anime and it's like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch this anymore. It was like I think I got spoiled. I told this story like 3 episodes in a row. I got like spoiled to something. And then I decided to just like take a break because I'm like, I really don't want to watch any anime after this because I don't know, the spoiler was depressing to like find out without having to see it myself. But after like taking a break from anime, I was just like, I don't really want to watch anime anymore. And then like just with how busy I am with university I'm also going through right now, it's like I don't really have time for TV shows. So I don't know. But as far as games go, I have at least been playing like I played 3, I think, or no, I played. There's mainly 4 games I'm playing right now. Lion already knows I had like a small like Rocket League addiction for a while, but yeah, I kind of fell out of that. But it's still like kind of there. I just play it whenever, but I don't really play that many multiplayer games. The main ones I've been playing are like story based, and I just beat Bloodborne. I beat Zelda, and now I'm playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. So Those are the
Nice.
main three that I've been on right now.
There's a game that I hold very close to my heart, and I recently just replayed it for like I replayed it like 4 times over just because like all the difficulties are a little bit different. Shadow of the Colossus. If any of you guys get the chance, play that game. Please play that game. Fun fact, it's actually the game that inspired Miyazaki to come up with the Souls series.
Oh wow, I didn't even know
Bro,
that.
it's such a gorgeous game, and it's like one of the most basic games you'll ever play. It's literally just open world, and then there's 16 huge bosses, no other enemies, just the bosses. You have to find your way to the bosses, and then there's just they're like skyscraper level height, and you're just this little guy, little normal fucking shaped guy, and you're off to go and defeat these giant monsters, and it's such an amazing game. If any of you guys get a chance, please play that game. I think it's on like, if you guys have a PlayStation, it's on like PlayStation Plus or something, so you can just download it and play it. It's such a good game.
Yeah,
Oh, Tensha, that sounds like your game.
yeah, I've seen it before. I've seen like a little bit of gameplay of it, and like just in general, anytime I hear about it, people are saying like it's really really good. I definitely have to try that at some point. I think I might try it like soon, because honestly, I feel like games are the only thing that I'm really doing with my free time right now. So definitely,
Right.
yeah.
You said you're busy with like university as well, and it's not a long game as well. You know what I mean? Like you can easily beat it in a couple of hours if you like know what you're doing. So it's a really really quick game. There's only like 16 bosses, and they usually take about like, I don't know, like 30 minutes each to really defeat and find and all that.
Yeah.
It's a really straightforward game, and you guys will definitely have a bunch of fun if you give it a chance. It's so good, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably gonna skip it. I'm not good with like.
Oh yeah, you don't play story games. I forgot.
I got
Well,
you.
no, I do. But like, I don't know. Is it like difficult to like beat the bosses?
No, not really. So the main way I'd probably describe it is like each boss is kind of like a puzzle. You have to climb. So you have to. So the creatures are covered in fur, right? They're covered in fur, and like pieces of architecture is like stuck in their body, and you have to climb the boss and try and find its weak point. And then as soon as you find the weak point, you hit it a couple of times and you've defeated it. It's a really, really straightforward game. And a lot of the bosses are actually, I suppose I'm kind of like blowing my own horn here, but a lot of the bosses aren't really that difficult in my opinion. I think it's maybe just because I've played it like a bunch. But the main difficulty with a boss is probably trying to like climb around to try and find the weak spot. As soon as you find it, it's super easy. I wouldn't say it's very difficult. It's nowhere near as difficult as like the Souls games. I know I've said this game inspired those. Nowhere near as difficult as those games. Definitely a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it's just probably like a more time consuming game really than anything, because if you're playing it for your first time and you're going in completely blind, you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle trying to like climb around these big guys to try and find their weak spot. You know what I mean? That's like the main challenge, but you'll have fun regardless.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play it on stream.
Yeah.
You just hear me like, fuck you.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if like it's the combat is similar to Souls, but if it's anything similar to Souls, then I think I might have like an easy time, because I've played like a good amount of Souls games. I think I played a couple like back to back even sometimes. So.
I mean, even the controls. I know I keep saying basic a lot, but even the controls are really, really bare bones. Like, I think there's like a max of like 4 buttons. So you have a horse. To move the horse, you press triangle just to get him to go faster. You have your X button to jump, and your square button to attack. But like I said, there's no like many enemies in the game. There's no enemies of your size. It's just 16 enemies, and they're huge. They're just ginormous.
Wow.
And the main button you will be pressing is the right trigger, the R2, because that's your climb button, and you have to hold that to climb, and they're all covered in hair, and you're climbing on like their hairy bodies to try and get to the weak point. As soon as you find the weak point, you just stay still and hold X, let it go, and then that's the attack. That's literally it. Like, there's a maximum of, say, like 4 controls or 4 buttons that is integral to the game.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice game. I definitely have to give it a try. Definitely.
Yeah, it's super fun, man.
You gotta stream it.
Yeah, I feel like I might, honestly. It sounds like a very stream-esque game that I'd probably just go on there and stream. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna, for like people watching the stream, it will definitely be like a really entertaining watch, because if it's your first time going in and blind, you're gonna have a fun time trying to like, or you'll give some pretty solid reactions to some of the bosses, because they are huge.
Yeah.
Because
might be my first game to stream.
Yeah.
The game got remastered actually, which is the one I've been playing. It got remastered in like 2017, 2018. But it originally came out in 2005 for the PS2.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of puts that into perspective, like what the scale of the game will be. And I mean, it's pretty impressive for its time, because 2005 open world games were kind of like not really super great, but they were like they were on the cusp of being perfected. The genre was on the cusp of being perfected.
Yeah.
And playing that game, if you look at like a side by side comparison, it's basically just the same game but like graphically upgraded, and it's such a fun time.
Nice. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I think I'll enjoy it. Like, even though like you said, for it's because it sounds like for its time it's like really good. Honestly, I feel like I'll enjoy it, like even just with it being like a older game and stuff. Yeah.
Right. I mean, like I said, you don't have to play the original. You can definitely play the remake and still get the same effect. I would actually argue and say the remake is 10 times better, just because they added like some secret items you can find and like Easter eggs to different games made by the same company, and there's just a bunch more content all around. Oh, and the remake improved the controls as well, which is an absolute godsend. So you don't have to worry about any wonky controls or anything like that. But kind of went on a giant tangent about the game because I love it so much. My bad, but yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be easier to chapter this. Because it's a long topic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's completely understandable. I do the same exact thing with like Nier. I love that series to death. It's like my favorite series. Yeah. Yeah.
Super good. Yeah.
Love it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be downloading that probably right after this podcast, just because I'm probably like, I think I'm like almost done with Arceus, so I'm probably just gonna play that right after.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I gotta, cause like I've been playing a lot of like WWE 2K22 now, like the career mode there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, bro, it's the most annoying shit ever. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The last WWE game I played was fucking 2K12 on the Wii, which was a minute ago. That was the last WWE game I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one I played was like, but it was like a PlayStation 2 one or something like that.
Jeez.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
Career mode's nice, but like, go.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, last one I played was like, I think surprisingly it was like 16. I think someone just got me that for my birthday, and I was like, oh, nice. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's fun, but like, but like there's like time where you have to like, it's just you versus like 3 guys, and it's like, man.
Yeah. Those games actually do look a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie, like they look a little bit tedious to try and get down.
Oh yeah, it is. Cause like, the moment you try and tap the guy out, one of the other guys will come and break it, and then boom, you have to try and get everybody to be like, kind of like damaged enough so they can't make it in time. Oh my god.
Oh damn.
And cause like it's like story, if you like fail the match, it's gonna change your story.
Oh yeah, I do remember they had that for like the last one I played. It's actually pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the career mode, I didn't really get that into it, just cause like, I don't know, career mode like sports games, it's just not for me.
But it makes it interesting, but it's not like, oh wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I've been reading Tensashinra Boys right now. Well, I'm reading it.
Yeah, Masked. I remember him telling me about that a long time ago. He said he really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's kind of like, so nothing's really happening. But I'm like, I think I'm like chapter 30 something now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I need to get into that because you and everybody is like tells me it's really good. Basically everybody.
Well, everybody says
yeah, everybody who's read it. So I definitely need to give that a try. It's surprising. I don't know how. You're gonna say something, Lion?
I mean, yeah, everybody says it's good, but like, it probably gets good, but like, it's probably gonna take fucking ages before it gets there.
Yeah. Oh, how far are you in?
I'm like 30 chapters in, and it's like, I mean, they set up like, oh, the mystery and all of that, but I'm like 30 chapters in, and like, it's like I physically can't see like where it goes, because like right now, it's like, oh, there's like mystery behind the guy, and boom, they instantly know, oh, this is the guy's identity, and I'm like 30 chapters in, I'm like, how is there like 170 more?
Well, I don't know.
So
I
I
haven't read it, so.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely need to give that a read. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I don't want to say that it's probably just like not for you because you do read. What was it called? I think When They Cry. Yeah, you do read that, and it's like mystery. So
Read?
Or you don't read it?
Oh, that's right.
You watch it.
No,
Yeah.
Well, right. Read. What?
Yeah, no, okay. You watch it. You watch Higurashi.
I do.
So yeah, you do like
the
mystery aspect, but yeah,
I do like mystery, but like, it's weird because it was some guy with monsters, like both of them are like really slow to get like somewhere. So I mean, I wish I'll finish reading it, but actually, if it's like the same like underwhelming ending as Monster, I'm gonna be pissed, man.
Jeez, yeah, I need to read both of those honestly because I hear a lot of good about them. It's actually surprising because I don't know how I'm like in a burnout for like anime and movies and TV, but I'm actually reading manga. Right. I don't know how, but
oh wow.
Yeah, I've actually been reading. The only things I've been reading, I already told you, like I think yesterday or something. But the things I'm reading are well, I'm getting on One Piece. I haven't really got on like super into like reading it yet, but since I'm already like basically all the way caught up with the anime, I just have to like read from there. And I'm also reading, what was it? I think it's called Kemono Jihen. That's the video I'm making right now.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? I think it was geez, I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, the one the one by Eve, the other video I made.
Oh
yeah, Karo no Kyoku. So I'm reading those three. I think there was one other that I was gonna get into, but I don't really remember. But yeah, those are the main ones I'm reading right now. Oh, and Black Clover. I'm weekly on that, so yeah, pretty basic. Geez. Yeah, but is there anything you're reading right now, Energy?
Well, no.
No.
Like I said, I've been kind of wanting to get back into anime and manga again. I think it would be really, really fun. But like so I wanted to pick up Land of the Lustrous again because I really, really love that series. It's in my top 5. It's so good. And I heard from some people, and obviously form your own opinion and all that, but I heard from some people that the newer chapters haven't exactly been like amazing, and that really, really hurts because I love that series a lot. So it kind of just demoralizes me from reading manga even more. But I'll definitely get back into that at some point. It's probably going to be the first series I get back onto. I need to catch up with March Comes In Like a Lion as well. And I think I read somewhere that Asano is starting a new series, so I kind of want to wait for that and maybe hop on that because I've read the only Inio Asano story I haven't read is Dead Demons, and I have 2 of the volumes with me. I think I have like I'm looking at it right now. I think I actually have every Asano story in physical because the guy's just a genius. I love him so much.
Yeah.
I actually, it's funny. I'm about to get a Pun Pun tattoo on my arm because it's just I love that series so much. So, that's just how much the guy is living rent free in my head. So
Yeah.
definitely,
Right.
probably just gonna try and get back into his stuff. Maybe start with Dead Demons and wait for that new one to drop.
Yeah. Would you say that like one of his series is like your favorite, like just in all of manga and anime in general?
Definitely. Well, I mean, in terms of just how much it kind of like how much weight it holds to me as a person, probably Pun Pun. But there is another book he made called Downfall, and it's essentially about a mangaka who is suffering from a lot of anxiety and issues because he's obsessed with reading hate comments and kind of mean things people say online about him, and it really demoralizes him as a person, and he goes through a little bit of a mental journey, and it's a really, really beautiful book that kind of teaches you to, you know, even though if you don't really like a series, don't go like saying mean things about the writer or the artist, or don't go slandering the person behind the project, because you can dislike something, don't get me wrong, that's completely fine, but being extremely mean and going after the person who makes that project, you shouldn't do that, because they're just, at the end of the day, they're just a person just like you, just trying to make a living, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might not be the best thing you've ever read or watched in your entire life, but you know, it's not that person's, you know, they can't exactly cater to everybody at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just that hate comments are fucking awful, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you're corny as hell if you go like and start hating on people online non-stop, just innocent people too. It's just it's sad. It's a sad story. All of his stories are sad. All of Asano. Well, I can't speak for Dead Demons, but most of his work will probably make you feel extremely upset every time you finish it. So, yeah, no, it's probably that one. Downfall and Pun Pun are probably my two favorite Asano stories.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I might actually have to give it a read. It sounds like a really good premise and everything. I definitely think Twitter users of any people should take that that advice on it, because like,
right,
geez, man,
yeah.
I remember there was like one time, I think the one notable time I remember that happened was I think with the author of Black Clover, I think it was, and people were like going after him and like his family, and I'm just like, man, like I don't care what you think about the actual series, like to go after like the person that made it is just like, that's out of hand, like that's just uncalled for.
Right. Don't get me wrong, we can obviously kind of have our like goofy little jokes of calling them like, oh fucking like what a clown or whatever, like, you know, like just silly shit like that. But as soon as you actually start being like super mean, like the threats start coming in, or like you start to like genuinely just hate on people outside of him, which didn't even have anything to do with the series as a whole, it's kind of like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're just being a piece of shit now. You know what I mean? You're not like making jokes. You're being an actual piece of shit now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It's no fun. It's really no fun whatsoever.
Yeah. Over drawings, man. It's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my days.
Jeez, man. I do want to ask. We brought it up a little while ago, but I never really touched on it. Do you are you super like into From Software games, Energy?
I mean, super, probably not the word. I've played I've played Dark Souls 1, did a little bit of Dark Souls 3, did a little bit of Sekiro, and completed the Elden Ring. Never really gave Dark Souls 2 a go, and I really want to get into Armored Core.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to like emulate it or something because it's like super old. But I really want to get into Armored Core because they announced they're making a new one. So
Okay, cool.
I think that'd be really cool to get into.
Yeah. I just brought it up because like I wanted to ask because we already like discussed this a lot of times on like a bunch of different episodes on the podcast, but we came to the conclusion that like because it all started when I think it got voted for like Game of the Year, Elden Ring, and yeah, we were talking, me and Anime Bro, and he believed that like it was mainly like a gameplay type of thing that people get into the Elden Ring games for, and like I believe that it's like more of an experience type thing, just the overall experience, like getting into the world, and like it's basically all encompassing, like the gameplay, the world, the lore, the story, everything pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I want to know like what your kind of side on that is. Like, are you more into it for like the experience or?
Well, it kind of, I think it's a little bit different with Elden Ring because I feel like Elden Ring is, there's so much you can enjoy that game for, not just the typical From Software like formula, because it's their first like huge open world game, and you can enjoy it for that, and you can enjoy it for even like music or bosses or just general gameplay. Elden Ring covers it all, covers every single little piece of what you would like in a video game, and you know it does it very, very well.
Yeah.
But I think for me, FromSoft, the main appeal with their games is it's probably, in terms of like gaming, the closest form of euphoria you'll ever feel. Because when you are like on a boss and you're struggling for like hours on like a single boss, and then you finally defeat the boss, I promise you will never feel happiness like that in your entire life. You'll never ever feel the sense of euphoric relief and just sheer happiness after you defeat a boss you've been struggling on for like 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good feeling, and I think they know that, and that's why they make bosses as difficult as they do, because it not only encourages you to, you know, feel good about yourself as a player,
Yeah.
but it also encourages you to keep going, because you're like, well, I defeated that one, let's see if I can do the next one like quicker, or you know, if it'll take me just as long or whatever. It kind of gets the adrenaline going.
Yeah.
Which is I think like not a lot of games do that, to be honest. I don't really think a lot of games really capture that feel that FromSoft has with the Souls series.
Yeah.
Or like Elden Ring or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. In terms of gameplay, yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I don't really think any game just does that for you, honestly. Like, I've played a lot of games too, so just the fact that I can't really like look towards like an enemy or a boss that I've beaten in most other games and be like, oh yeah, that felt so good. Like literally, I have like I'm pretty sure my sister has videos of me beating like bosses and then like screaming at the top of my lungs like after I did it. It's like that's definitely a big
part. Lacking.
Genuinely, man, like I definitely like really like that aspect of it. Like I like the experience a lot, but just in general, like the gameplay is definitely a huge part of it. But I know a lot of people like Lion, for example, and I think Anime Bro is also like that. They don't like the difficulty. It's like, and I've tried to explain to them the same thing, but they're like, nah, it's just not for me.
No, bro. Bro, I'm literally playing like WWE, and it's like difficult as well. But it's like obviously it's a little bit different type of difficulty. But it's like bro, I get way too like mad to do like that shit.
Right. It's definitely, you're right in feeling that way. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not a genre that for everyone, because I know a lot of people like to hop on a game and just have a good time. You know what I mean? And I promise that most of the time when you're fighting bosses in the Souls series, just to break it to you, you're probably not gonna have a great time most of the time. But like when you beat the bosses, the feeling you get after you beat them completely outweighs what you were feeling before you could do it. You know what I mean? It's just
I'll break my hand and then be like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Oh, this is okay. I have a video game rage story which I tell like everyone, but okay. You guys remember Jump Force?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I got into the Jump Force closed beta, and I was pretty hyped, and I had a team. Who was my team in the closed beta? I think it was Yusuke, Sasuke, and and I think it was Vegeta. I think was my close beta team, and this was back when Sasuke's ultimate it didn't do any damage. It was completely broken. I mean, Jump Force is a broken game anyway, but Sasuke's ult was glitched to where it didn't do any damage, and I popped an ult on somebody, didn't do any damage.
Right.
Was in a pretty pissed mood after that. Then the guy beat me right afterwards, and I had a glass table at the time. And I slammed my controller down, and the glass just completely broke. And I'm like, okay, never gonna rage at a video game ever again. That's never gonna happen again. I've punched a hole through my chair playing Rainbow Six Siege. I stopped playing that after I did that. Raging in video games, bro, is rough. That's why you kind of have to really pick your games wisely. You know what I mean? Like, let me just play a game that I can actually like enjoy and not harm myself playing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, jeez.
Yeah, or your belongings, like, you just gotta be careful with those, like, everything, because
Literally.
like, I think, let me think, yeah, Jump Force, yeah, there was, it's funny, because when you started mentioning it, I just had, like, this funny, like, story in my mind. It was just completely made up, like, fabricated. I had this one person who raged at me on PlayStation, and I'm like, what if that was Energy? And he just sent me a message. But I think, like, I was playing with somebody, and obviously that another thing about Jump Force is that, like, it's a really spammy game. Like, some characters can like spam their moves a lot, and I think it was I was fighting like a Killua main, and he was like spamming like lightning palm like every single time he got close to me. And I think we've had like a couple matches back to back, or like we got thrown into each other's like lobbies or whatever, and then I saw that he was gonna do that, and so my main characters that I basically use a lot were it was Ichigo, which Ichigo is like that is pretty kind of like cheesy, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't really, he wasn't the main person I used, so I feel like I just pulled him out in like desperate situations. And then it was Zoro, I think, and then Kenshin, so basically like a whole swordsman team. And basically my response to him constantly spamming that move was to because when Ichigo uses his awakening, his Getsuga Tensho changes, and it's like really fast, like it just goes off, like it's definitely one of the fastest moves in the game. So anytime he would try to get close, because the lightning palm, that was like a really like, it was a close range move, so he had to be close, and once he did, he could literally just press the button over and over again. And then I in response, I transformed, and since Getsuga Tensho is like a long range move, I like just kept getting him from far away until like I knocked him out and I won the match. And then he like messages me on PlayStation chat. He's like, "You're so bad, like rematch me or whatever." And I'm like, "You were the one spamming. Like, how am I bad?" And then I just didn't rematch him, and he got so mad. It was actually crazy. Like, it was insane.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is I've had my fair share of hate messages on that game. I feel like it's one of those games where like, you know, it attracts the more like casual fighting game audience, and they're just kind of like, they get mad like super easy. And well, I mean, I can't really talk because I broke a fucking table playing it, but I mean, like it definitely probably attracts the more like casual fan of a fighting game fan base, and they'll probably get like super mad super easy, and that's justifiable because the game is a piece of shit, and a lot of the time you kind of have to rely on a character's like messed up broken moves in order to win, which I don't agree with at all. I just think it's one of those games where it's like, it is really bad, but you can hop on and play with a friend, and then you're like, that was fun. I played with a friend on an anime game. Yeah. We played as our favorite characters, and we had fun.
Definitely. Another thing I want to say, you did remind me, I think it was a long time ago. I think one time I saw like what was it? I think it was it was like a Fall Guys. You posted like a clip on Twitter, Energy. I remember that. That was Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a passion of mine, I will say. It's just because, like, you know,
it's just a silly game, you know what I mean? Like none
Yeah.
of the rage clips or whatever is like me genuinely getting like really, really fucking mad. It's just like an annoyance sort of thing. Whereas like you were so close, you almost had it and you messed up. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Fall Guys is another really, really fun game to play with friends. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of goofy fun. It's just a
Yeah.
really, really
Oh, bro,
silly
we should
game.
play that on like the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
It's well, it's free on Epic Games now. I'm pretty sure. So, whenever
Oh,
like
thanks.
if you guys want to play it or stream it or whatever, that's all you have to do. It's on Epic Games for free now. You don't have to buy it anymore,
Wow.
which is
Jeez.
very annoying because I paid for it. But it's whatever, I guess. You know, more power to the public, I suppose.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was in like a 50-50 kind of like limbo kind of thing, because the one thing that I hate about PlayStation is that when you have the membership, if you don't have it anymore, the games that you got for free that month are like you can't play them. So I had Fall Guys,
Exactly, yeah.
and I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
play it for like a while, but since it became free, I was able to play it again. So yeah, it's a really fun game.
Yeah, it's the same
Wait,
thing
Fall
with
Guys. Oh, Fall Guys.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I was thinking of Ganbies for some reason.
Oh yeah, I mean they're similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of similar. They're both kind of
Yeah.
really fucking silly.
Mm.
It's the same thing with Game Pass though. Game Pass does that as well. It just like as soon as your subscription runs out, you can't really access any of the games you have,
Mm.
which is
Right.
annoying. But I will say Game Pass is worth the 100% worth the investment. I think for your first month it's only $1 too, and then you can
Yeah.
get
Mm.
access to the entire category. And then they have that JoJo fighting game on there that I've been
Oh,
playing
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
It's on Game Pass PC, and I think it's on like for the console as well.
Yeah.
That's a really bad game as well. But like I said, it's one of those. Like I've kind of found that with anime games, they're not great anymore. They're just like
Yeah.
fun friend kind of party games where they're just like, yeah, I bet, you know, hop on and
Right.
play me on fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's like, it's not going to Evo,
Yeah.
you know, but
Exactly.
yeah. They're just
Yeah,
dumb fun.
yeah.
It's just dumb fun.
Yeah, definitely. Last one I've played that was like really, really big was probably like Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters. That was like
Yeah.
yeah, and I played a little bit. I was never like as good like as some other games, but I don't know. I feel like it's just because I was getting thrust with like a lot of high skilled people. So yeah, but that's the last one I played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighters is I mean, I can't really play Fighters either. I really enjoy Arc System Works games,
Mm.
but I cannot play Fighters to save my life. Every time I hop on, I just get fucking mollywopped and I leave upset.
Yeah.
It's not a game that I'm very good at, so I can relate on that. But I do play a lot of Guilty Gear Strive though. Such a good game. It's such a good fighting game.
Mm.
Easily like the bar for what current fighting games should be.
Yeah.
Such a good game, man.
Yeah, I hear a lot about it, honestly. Like I've been thinking about just getting it because it's like it seems really good. Like the combat and everything seems really fluid. It's like I
Mhm.
definitely want to get on that at some point. Just all Arc System Works games, just they have really good reputation. So as well.
Yep.
So yeah.
Just any fighting game that doesn't have assists, I'll play it. I think assist characters in fighting games just fucking ruin it,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I agree. It's I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but like also with assist, like I sometimes end up getting like confused with like just the buttons and everything. Like specifically fighters, because to tag in and to assist, I don't know. It gets all over the place for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, if I had to say like my favorite fighting game, it'd probably be like Mortal Kombat or something. I really like that.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat's fun.
Yeah. But that is I barely
I
play.
get so angry at that.
I do barely play fighting games though. So, I play a couple, but it's I don't know. I haven't played like I'm not very how do I say consistent with them. So I can't like if you gave me like a tier list, I wouldn't be able to rank them or anything. So
No wonder you can upload videos, bro. You're just playing games.
I'm not playing games. I'm not. I promise. It's the only one I'm playing right now is like Pokemon, but yeah, that's about
fuck,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
You always
much.
been like, oh, bro, I want to upload videos, but I don't know. I don't have time.
Yeah.
It's like
I actually,
oh,
actually,
I'm playing games.
yeah, I actually did something pretty interesting once. I think I might have to start just doing it more because I feel like it's a good way of getting content on the channel. But uh, it's funny because I say I did it once, but I privated the video. So, but I actually really liked it. It was like because I think I was also in university at the time, but it was same situation. I wasn't really uploading, and I uploaded like a Pokemon video. It was because I was playing Brilliant Diamond at the time, and I basically was just giving my thoughts on it because I'm like, I'm playing this all the time. I might as well just make a video on it since there's nothing on my channel, and you know I want to get something out. And some people did say that they enjoyed it, but I don't know. I don't know if like I want to do just that like putting something on my channel because there's nothing on there type of thing, or I don't know. It's hard to say what I really want to do, honestly.
I think that's kind of what I think that's kind of where people should usually utilize like the shorts feature now for. I feel like if you want something that you want something like you want to be productive, you want something on your channel, but you can't really make a full entire video right now. I think shorts are a really good idea. And especially now too, they've got their own like category on your channel, so like your channel doesn't look ugly as shit with like a bunch of shorts like splattered everywhere amongst your actual videos.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Because a couple of friends of mine have started utilizing that feature, even like friends that don't even upload anymore, or like putting shorts out. So it's a super good idea if you want to make something, you know, if you just want to like put something up there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I might start using it honestly, cause yeah, with the whole like new short section, it'll be like a lot more neat. It's funny because if you actually go on my channel, there's like I made like a whole nother channel just for shorts, just because I made it at the time where that was
right.
where it was all over the place. But now that like it's separated and whatever, I'm probably just gonna make the shorts on the channel, like my main channel, and then like probably use the second channel that I made for like live streaming on YouTube or something. But yeah, honestly, like. Yeah, the shorts, I think that'll be a good idea, because there's a lot of times where I'm just like doing something in my free time and I'm like, yeah, I don't really like, I don't want to talk about something like fully, like, or I don't want to make some like a full video, like, but I do want to get something on the channel. Like I might do that for probably like just the smaller things that I do, because like for Bloodborne, for example, I don't want to make a small like little short on that because it is actually really good, and I think I want to like just delve full deep in like in a video for that. Probably same for like Zelda and maybe Pokemon Arceus, but as far as like other games that I play, like you said, Shadow of Colossus, pretty quick or whatever, I might, you know, like play that on stream obviously, and then probably just like give my thoughts on it in like a little short or something, or whatever else I do in the meantime. Yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna unfortunately have to love you guys and leave you guys because I need to make dinner and then get ready to leave.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. It's about time for me to go too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1:00. So.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. You can go ahead and then end off the episode line.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
You forgot we were streaming. You thought.
I forgot I was doing the outro. Nice.
Okay.
If you guys actually did get to the end of the video, then obviously don't forget to go check out Energy. His Twitter and his YouTube will be in the link in the description below.
Sir.
And obviously go check out the Causeway podcast that he's on, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Any last words, Tensa?
Any
last
words? Same thing, I guess. Just go follow Energy everywhere and stuff.
Yeah.
Play Shadow of Colossus, because I feel like I took Energy's last words, but yeah.
Alright. If you didn't stick your last words, you have anything? Energy.
Thanks for having me on. It was a blast. It was cool just to sit and geek out about games and stuff. My favorite subject.
No problem.
Not have to worry about editing it for once.
True.
Alright, well, if you guys did enjoy this, then don't forget to subscribe to us. Let's get 50 subscribers, we can do another hentai tier list.
True.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.